C'est bon. And okay, can rise.
Well, thank you, Marco, for taking the time to speak with me today.
Thank you, Jess. Thank you for inviting me.
It's lovely to be here at your gorgeous offices in Paris. To kick off, I'd love to start with who is Pivot and what is your mission?
Yeah. So Pivot is the AI operating system for procurement. So we give procurement and finance teams the clarity, the structure, and the velocity they need to operate while they scale. We automate workflows, we ensure full spend visibility, and most importantly, we give AI the foundation it needs to run the routine load. And that's how procurement teams in companies such as DoorDash, Wolt, Wix, or Lemonade are now running procurement with speed, control, and coordination that used to take 3 times the headcount.
Wow, it's a big impact. And, we're very privileged to have invested in your latest round. Why did you choose Notion Capital as an investor?
Well, for many reasons. Of course, I have tried to focus on 2. So the very first thing, when we were looking for a new partner, we were looking for someone with very high conviction. And I think Notion Capital, I know Notion Capital really stood out when it comes to that. Notion Capital and you, Jess, had a clear conviction on the space. You had a clear thesis on who would win, what would make the winner, and we could also sense quite quickly that you believe that Pivot will be the winner in this space. So just the amount of work that you put on the space was amazing, and seeing the level of conviction that you had was just a clear wow for us. The second thing is that even during the fundraising process, you started to bring us so much value. So introduction, giving us materials to think about Pivot, what we should be doing, where we are good, where we are weaker and need to improve. All these things, you didn't wait to be on board to start bringing a lot of value. And since you've been on board, actually, you bring even more value. But seeing that during the process for us was amazing. And that's what made this choice a no-brainer for us, and working with Notion Capital and you, Jess, clearly a no-brainer and something we wanted to do.
Oh, thank you. I can't wait to keep doing more of the same as we work together over the coming years.
Yeah, same. And I guess my turn to ask, why did you choose to work with Pivot?
Yeah, I'd say it was 3 key reasons amongst many, but first was the team. It was you guys. In the first place, we had been developing a relationship with you over 18 plus months, learning about your space, learning about you as individuals and how you built and how you worked. And then second, you and your co-founder Rome have done this before. You've built multi-billion-dollar companies from a product and technology DNA. You had served as the CTO and then CPO of Quanto, a multi-billion-dollar company here in France that has really transformed the French economy here. And you brought that same technology and product vision to this new space of procurement. So that was the first factor. Second was the product philosophy. We saw a space in procurement that was really plagued by very low NPS, and yet was a big opportunity that had seen very little innovation at the foundational level. We saw procurement offices where data was extremely fragmented across many different tools and missing in a lot of cases. And that left procurement offices running on manual work instead of on technology and smooth flow of data. So you guys had a totally different product philosophy that was really twofold. First, it was deep, building from the data layer up, the system of record layer up, nailing that data part, and then adding automations and AI on top. And I think, as we all know in our world of AI, you need to have the data layer right, complete that level of context in order to build really effective AI automations that automate manual labor. And then second, you were also end-to-end from the outset. You wanted to take the entire process from sourcing, dealing with third-party vendors, dealing with all the different internal processes inside an organization, from business users to IT, legal, security, et cetera, all the way through the process to payment and working with vendors on the other side. So you offered a complete solution from the outset. And we also think that is going to be the most fruitful way to automate with AI in this space is to have that end-to-end context, that end-to-end actionability, and you guys have built from that philosophy from day one. And then third, I would say, was the customer impact we heard when we spoke with your customers. What we heard about Pivot was that you are a massive business accelerant. Procurement teams often feel like they are in the way. They're slowing down business users that want to get work done by engaging with vendors and by spending money towards whatever their particular objective is. And weeks of manual work and coordination and approvals often get in the way. And what Pivot does is it automates all of that so that procurement can almost run itself. We heard about processes that used to take weeks, taking minutes, being seamless, and business units and office of the CFO and procurement offices being able to move 100x faster. And that was really powerful for us. So all of that added up to a huge opportunity to build a generational company.
Amazing. That's great to hear from you. And we are beyond excited to be working with you. And thanks again for the trust.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.